nefesh av harachman av harachman. Is that good? Let's start that over. Yadi nefesh av harachman av harachman meshach avdecha el retzonecha el retzonecha yadid nefesh av harachman av harachman meshach avdecha kamo aya kamo aya yarutz avdecha kamo aya yishtachave el mul adarecha yadid nefesh av harachman av harachman meshach avdecha el retzonecha el retzonecha el retzonecha. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Goldstein. Except I just lost you. Where'd you go? Uh-oh. So I'm sure he's going to be back in just a second. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It's Friday night. It's the last day of July. I can't believe it. He's coming back. And tonight, we're doing Shabbat Home, and we're joined by Rabbi Ben Goldstein. He's back. He's here. I see you.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry
And
about
no, that's okay. You know what? We've been doing this for a year and a half, and I still have technology, things like that was my iPhone. You were hearing me singing double just a second ago because I had it turned up too loud. Anyways, it's Friday. And as we said just before we started, I'm feeling a little fried on Friday. It's Friday. But it's Shabbos. We're here. And everybody, we're here with Rabbi Ben Goldstein, who is our transition rabbi, our interim rabbi for this upcoming year. I'm so excited, Rabbi Goldstein, to be working with you and
I'm
to celebrate
excited
the
too.
Shabbat.
We don't know. We'll get the patter down. I promise. But it's good to be here. It's funny because I say be here. I'm actually in my house. So
Right.
this place that we're joining in is this kind of virtual community that you created, and it's really amazing. Before people think that my background, I'm just gonna off the bat, it's not a golf course. Most people, they see this, they think it's a golf course, but what it really is, this picture is the view from the porch at my parents' cottage that they've had since I was 6 years old.
Oh, so pretty.
It's in Canandaigua, New York. It's in upstate New York in the Finger Lakes. And when I look at this picture, right, you said you're fried, and take a deep breath, and it's Friday. This is my sanctuary, right? This is the place I go. I'm actually leaving on Tuesday for a couple of weeks, and this is the place I go to have sanctuary.
Oh, that's so nice.
And I was thinking about it in terms of this sanctuary you created. One thing we've learned from the last year plus is that sanctuary isn't four walls in a building. It's something we create together. So I'm thrilled to be joining you tonight and for the year. And I look forward to a lot of occasions to come together virtually in person to sing and laugh and smile. And so I just want to thank you for having me.
I'm so excited you're here.
Thank
And
you.
that place looks amazing.
It
So
is. It is.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do this. If you're following along with us in Sidur Lev Shalem, we're gonna get started with Psalm 95 on page 11. Lechu neranin al Adonai, na'ariah letzui sheinu, nekad mafana betoda, bizmirot na'ariah lo. Lechu neranin al Adonai, na'ariah letzui sheinu, nekad mafana betoda, bizmirot na'ariah lo. כי על גדול אדוני, ומלך גדול על כל אלוהים, אשר בידו מחקרי הארץ, וטורפות הרים לו. לכו נרנן על אדוני, נריע לצור אישנו, נקד מפנה בתודה, בזמירות נביע לו. אשר לא היום ועשהו, והפשט ידיו יצרו. בואו נשתחווה ונכרע, נברכה לפני אדוני ירוסנו. לכו נרנן על אדוני, נריע לצור אישנו, נקד מפנה בתודה, בזמירות נביע לו. כי הוא אלוהינו, ואנחנו עם מריתו וצאן ידו. היום אם בקולו תשמעו, אל תקשו לבבכם כמריבה, כי יום מסע במדבר, אשר ניסוני אבותיכם, וחנוני גם ראו פועלי. Last one. לכו נרנן על אדוני, נריע לצור אישנו, נקד מפנה בתודה, בזמירות נביע לו. Rabbi Goldstein, I'm hoping you'll help me here with these last few lines. This is kind of a tradition at CBI. 40 shana. Oh, you're frozen. All right, wherever you are, you guys can sing with me. You can repeat after me. Akud bedar, va'omar, am toy levavem, vehem lo yadeu, derachai, asher nishpati v'pi, im yiva'un al manuchati. He's back. I see you. All right. We're going to turn to page 13 for Psalm 96. Yanai na 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 na. Yana na na yana na na na. Yana na 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 na. Yana na 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 na. Na 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 ya na. Ya na 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 na. Ya na 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 ya na 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 na. Ya na 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 na. Shiru l'Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru l'Adonai, al kol haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai. Baruchu Shemo, Vazru miyom liyom, Yeshuato, Sapru v'goyim, Kevodo, V'chol ha'amim, Nifleotav, Ki gadol Adonai, Umulal me'od, Al kol Elohim, ya na 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 ya na ya na na ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 na. Let's go the last two lines. Az yeranenu kol atzeyar lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot hevel betzedek ve'amim be'emunato. We're going to move to Psalm 97, which, if you're following along in Siddur Lev Shalem, is on page 15. Actually, I'm going to pick a different key. We're going to do this one. Adonai malach tagel haaretz, yismechu iyim rabim. Anan va'arafel seviva, v'tzedek u'mishpat mechon kisa'o. Eish lefanav telech u'tlahet saviv tzarav, he'iru barakav teva bratan, v'tach el haaretz. Harim kedonag u'masal lifnei Adonai u'milifnei Adon kol haaretz. Higidu hashamayim tzidko v'rau kol ha'amim kevodo. Yevoshu kol ha'abdek pesav v'elim elilim yishachnu lo kol elilim shama u'tishmach Tzion. Ohev Adonai sin ura, shomer nafshot chasidav miyad rasha'im yatzilem. Ozaru ala tzadik, Ozaru ala tzadik, Ozaru ala tzadik, u'yishrei lev simcha. All right. We're in Psalm 98, which is on page 17. Mizmor shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, ki niflot asa, Hoshia lo yamino, uzero akodsho, hodia Adonai, Yeshuato, le'enei hagoyim, gilatzi kato, zachar chasto ve'emunato, lebeit Yisrael. Ra'u chol afsei haaretz, et Yeshuat Eloheinu, hariu l'Adonai, kol haaretz. Pitzchu v'ranenu, v'zameru, zamnu l'Adonai, v'chinor v'chol zimra. בחצוצרות בקול שופר, הביאו לפני המלך אדוני, ירם הים ומלואו, טבע ויושביו, נהרות ימחאו חף, יחד הרים ירבננו לפני אדוני, קיווה לשפוט הארץ. ישפוט הבל בצדק, ועמים במשאבים. יננה 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 ויקידם כמו עגל לבנון וסריון כמו בן רעמים כל אדוני חוצב לעבוד אש כל אדוני יחיל מדבר יחיל אדוני מדבר קדש כל אדוני יכול על איילות ויחשוף יערות ובהיכלו כולו אומר כבוד אדוני למה בויה שם וישב אדוני מלך לעולם אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום.
Wow. This is the first time we're doing services together, so I'm going to be blown away continuously. I already know that. That was awesome. And any kind of fried Friday I feel is now definitely less. And I have the honor of introducing the next part. It's L'chadodi, which for me, by the way, I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear that whining? Yeah, that's my dog. She's just, come here. Anyway, so L'chadodi is my favorite because it's a door. L'chadodi is a door we enter. And when we begin L'chadodi, we're on one side of the door. And as we sing it, we're going through the door. And when we come out the other side, it's Shabbat. So right now, in this moment, it's Friday. It's the work week. It's all of the things that make us fried. And over the next few minutes of singing this song, we can just lose ourselves in the song of Kabbalat Shabbat, the L'chadodi. If you've been there, picture Sfat. Picture the ancient mystic city of Sfat in Israel where this prayer was created. And just kind of, if you want to do it physically or mentally, just shake out the week, breathe it in. You may see me closing my eyes and doing some breathing. So Cantor, take it away with L'chadodi. I'll mute myself, I promise.
L'chadodi Likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela Pnei Shabbat nekabela Shamu v'zachur b'dibur echad Hishmianu el hameuchad Adonai echad U'shemu echad l'shemu tiferet ve'elit hila l'chadodi Likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nilchaki mikor haberacha mirosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'macha Shabbat techila l'chadodi Likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nekabela. I'm gonna move to the last two verses.
Lecha doli likrat kala beni Shabbat nekabela. Lecha doli likrat kala beni Shabbat nekabela. Yamin usmol tifrotzi v'et Adonai ta'aritzi al yadish ben potzi v'nismecha v'nagila lecha doli likra kala peni Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala peni Shabbat nekabela. Boi b'shalom התרא בנה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. פני שבת נקבלה.
We're on page 27 in Sidur Lev Shalem, which is Psalm 92. Aaron is in the room here with me with his garbage truck.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת טוב להודות לאדוני. מזמור שיר ליום השבת טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון ולזמר לשמך עליון להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת טוב להודות לאדוני. מזמור שיר ליום השבת טוב להודות לאדוני. צדיק אתה מה יפרח כארז בלבנון יזכה שתולים בבית אדוני בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו. עוד ינובון בסבב דשנים ורעננים יהיו להגיד כי ישר אדוני וצורי צורי ולא עוולת הבא.
Yeah, right. Wow. Yeah, that's beautiful. I know that you wanted to say a word or two before Mourner's Kaddish.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Yes. So I would like to say condolences to Joel Cooperberg on the passing of his father, Sid Cooperberg, this week, and also condolences to Arnold Raymond on the passing of his sister, Lisa Sue Patullo. I'm sorry. So yeah, thinking of you guys.
Yeah. And I know I'm brand new and most of you don't know me. But I hope we come to know each other and you know, inevitably we'll have moments where we mourn together, and that's one of the powers of the community, is to be able to be there for each other. So for all the mourners, I send out the traditional condolences of Hamakom Yanachem Etchem B'toch Sha'ar Avlei Tzion v'Yerushalayim. May you be comforted amongst the mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. Now, this is a part I'm actually the most nervous for, Cantor, Amy, because I do Mourner's Kaddish a little differently. I know that sounds, I was raised a certain way, and I was raised saying Kaddish a certain way. So if this sounds different than you're used to, it's something that it's a memorial to a way of life in Eastern Europe that's no longer there. So if I sound pretty yeshivish in this next little bit, it's a kind of memorial that I do for them. So if you want to, in the chat or wherever you're watching, if you want to answer Amen to the different parts of the Kaddish, please feel free to. So, Yiskadal v'yiskadash shemei Rabbi.
Amen.
Ve'alma divrach Yerusei v'yamlich malchusei v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol be'ez Yisrael ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbi Mevorach le'olam u'mei olmaya Yisbarach v'yishtabach v'yisbar v'yisramam v'yisnasei v'yisadar v'yisale v'yisalal shemei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol berchasa v'shirasa tushbechasa v'nechamasa Z'amiran be'alma v'imru amen Yehei shlam rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
Next, we go to, sorry, I don't have my list in front of me. We go to the Baruch Hu. So I'm going to rise as we do the Baruch Hu. You can rise where.
Oh, you just muted yourself. Yes. Please rise and join us. We're on page 39 in Sidur Lev Shalem.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach La'olam Va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher bidbaro mariv aravim b'chokma p'tech sharim ובתבונה משנע עיתים ומחליף זמנים ומחזרת כרצונו בורא יום בלילה גולה אור מפני חושך וחושך מפני אור ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד Baruch atah Adonai Hamariv Aravim Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו, בשוכבנו ובקומנו, נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך, לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך וישבך. וים שמוע תשמעו אל מצוותי אשר אנוכי מצווה אתכם היום לאהבה את אדוני אלוהיכם בכל לבבכם ובכל נפשכם, נתתם את ארצכם באיתו יורים על כוש, ואספתם גנכם תעתה עץ שמעו לכם פן יפתה לבבכם. ויאמר אל משה לאמור דבר בני ישראל, ואמרתי עליהם בביתם דורתם נתנו לציצית. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את מצוותיי. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת, ומונה כל זאת וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואין זולתו, ואנחנו ישראל עמו, עבדנו מיד מלכים עמכם. God places us among the living, not allowing our steps to falter, and leads us past the false altars of our enemies, exalting us above all those who hate us. Adonai avenged us with miracles before Pharaoh, offered signs and wonders in the land of Egypt. God brought Israel from its midst to lasting freedom and led them through the divided water of the Sea of Reeds as their pursuers' enemies drowned in the depths, and God's children beheld the power of the divine, and they praised and acknowledged God's name. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל לך אנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. Will you help me with this part, Rabbi?
I know. I feel like. All right.
All right. It's a call and response.
I feel like
It's a call and
last time
response.
you cut me off when I wanted to sing.
I know what happened there. All right, here we go.
When I want. Ought to be somebody
Nora.
telling me something. I don't know. All right, so how do I do this?
You repeat after me.
Nora.
That's all right.
Tehilot.
Tehilot,
Osei.
Osei,
Fele.
Fele,
Nora.
Nora,
Tehilot.
Tehilot,
Osei Fele. מחותך ובניך בוקע ים לפני משה. זה לי ענו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום בעמידנו מלכנו לחיים ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ותקננו בעצה טובה מלפניך והושיענו למען שמך והגן בעדנו והסר מעלינו אויב דבר וחרב ורעב ויגון והסר שטן מלפנינו מאחורינו ובצל כנפיך תסתירנו כי אל שומרנו מצילנו אתה כי אל מלכנו ורחום אתה ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם ופרוס עלינו ברוך אתה אדוני הפריס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים
We're on page 46 in Lev Shalem, Bishamro.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל עודי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת וינפש וביום השביעי שבת וינפש יתגדל ויקדש שמי רבה ועמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דרכו בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי עמיה יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו לאלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה ta dami Rabbi alma v'meru amen.
We'll continue privately with the Amidah.
Shalom Rab Al Yisrael Amecha Tasim Le'olam Shalom Rab Al Yisrael Amecha Tasim Le'olam Ki Ata Umelech Adon Lechol HaShalom Shalom, Shalom Rab, Al Yisrael Amecha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rab, Al Yisrael Amecha Tasim Le'olam. V'tov be'enecha levarech את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. עלינו no, Kaddish Shalem, sorry. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shemei Rabbah Be'amad divra kirutei Be'amlich malchutei B'chayechonu v'yomechonu v'chayedechu Beit Yisrael B'agalav izman kariv v'meru Amen Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevarach La'alam u'la'lamei amaya Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnasei V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalashem v'yitkudsha ברכו לאלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירם באלם אבימירו, אמן. תקבלת לו תהונו ותכון לכל ישראל, קודם עוון ושמיה ומירו, אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ומירו, אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל יושבי תבל, במרומיו. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשינו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגום עלינו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושבי קרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמר מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום בהושבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת, אין עוד. על כן נקבל לך אדוני אלוהינו לראות מהרה בתפארת וזכה להעביר גלינו מן הארץ, והאלילים קרות יקראתו מתקנים עולם מלכות שדי בכל בני ישראל יקראו בשמך, נפנו לך קידושי הארץ. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Beautiful. I'm going to apologize in advance if you hear a whining. It's not an infant. It's just a boxer named Yafa. Hi, everybody. I hope you're having a good Friday. I hope you're doing well. And I am feeling a surge, but I'm feeling a good surge. I'm feeling a surge of energy after this service, listening to Cantor, Amy. I don't know, I'm going to ask her when she's back, but Cantor, how do you prefer to be called or referred to as, whether it's Cantor Amy, Cantor Robinson Katz? There she is.
Hi, I'm fine with all those. I guess my favorite's Cantor Amy, but
all right, so Cantor Amy it is, no problem. All right. And I'm so thrilled to be able to join you all tonight. And as I talked about in the beginning, I talked about this sanctuary, this picture behind me. One of my favorite pictures that I own is a picture in this area of two of my children, of my daughters walking together, and they're holding hands. It's actually a picture I chose to be featured prominently on my website when I started a virtual community. And I just loved the idea of walking in the path. What some of my favorite stories from the Talmud, from the Gemara, are about rabbis who aren't stuck in a house of study. They're walking and they're having a conversation, and they're having incredibly deep philosophical conversations. And one of the things I love about that is the fact that Judaism is felt, we say in the Shema, when you lie down and you wake up, and when you're in your house and when you go out. But a lot of times it feels like Judaism is something we do at that place called the synagogue. And, we know now, 16 months later, or however long it's been, don't check my math, please, that it's so much more than that. And I love this idea of walking, of a journey, because we never arrive, right? The central narrative of our people is a journey. And the Torah ends before they get to the promised land. So the wandering Jew is an appropriate title. In this week's Parsha, actually, God says that you should walk in my ways. And in other parts in the Torah, God is described as walking with Abraham, walking with Avraham, walking with Noah. And this image of walking and going on the way with God is pervasive throughout. What's interesting about this week's Parsha is that God says basically, do it or else. Do it and everything's great, and don't do it and things will be bad. I don't know about the rest of you, but that theology just doesn't really work for me. I don't believe that if you keep the mitzvot, if you live a good life, then, well, you'll be rewarded and you'll get, every good thing. And if you don't do it, you'll get bad stuff, because we know that's not how the world works. We know that bad people, come here. We know that bad people have success and good people suffer. So I like to think of this idea, and think of parenting, by the way. If our children only did what we asked them to do because of threats, then that's not a great relationship. And personally, that's not the relationship I want with God. It's also, I don't think the relationship that was intended, right? We think of the idea of reward and punishment as central to Judaism, right? There's halakha, there's Jewish law. You do good things, you get mitzvot. You earn points, and you do bad deeds, averot, you transgress sin, and you get negative off, right? And it's this kind of scale. I don't personally believe that God is a divine CPA. I don't think God is an accountant. No offense to the accountants in the room, but I think our relationship with God is different, and it's a journey. I think we got it wrong. I think when we think of the word halakha as Jewish law, we're wrong. That's not what the word means. Halakha, the word, comes from the root lalechet, to walk. And so this idea is that we're supposed to be on a path, on a journey. And it's not about reward and punishment. It's not about sin, a transgression, and a kind of an accounting. We'll have a holiday in a little while that talks about accounting, and that's a different story. But I believe that we're all on this journey. I really firmly believe that we're on a journey. And my journey looks different than Cantor Amy's, then looks different than Rabbi Spitz's, and looks different than yours. And so we live our lives differently. And there are things we have in common, and hopefully we can walk on this path together. And there are ways in which we'll walk a different path, and we'll have to walk our own. And sometimes that can be lonely. The great thing about a community is that we have enough in common. We don't have to be identical. That's not what a community is. That's a cult. But we have enough in common. We have enough values in common that we want to walk together, that we want to be on this journey together. And I can't think of a better way of starting our relationship than to talk about this journey that we're going to be taking over the next, few months, as we plot the future of CBI. I look forward to walking with all of you, to having conversations. I hope, we get to have a lot of conversations both in and out of the office. Maybe we'll take a walk. Maybe we'll be, somewhere else. But I wish this week, a Shabbos, a weekend filled with someone to walk with a path. And it should be a good weekend and a good year of walking this path together. So Shabbat Shalom. Cantor Amy, we are now on Mourner's Kaddish again, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to I'm putting you on the spot now, right? I'm kind of a post-mortem before we're done. But that Kaddish wasn't too shocking for you, was it?
No.
It was different.
No, it was so nice that you brought that. What's funny is I felt like I've heard it before, but I don't think I have. But it has that feeling about it of recognition and home. I'm not sure that I've actually heard that exact one, but it felt like I had. So.
Oh, right.
Thanks.
Thank you. It's the one I learned growing up. So, all right. So we're going to do Mourner's Kaddish. And if you are in mourning or observing a yard site and you want to add on the chat or somewhere, the person for whom you're saying Kaddish, please. And I hope that you feel comfort from this Kaddish. I hope you're surrounded by by loved ones, either virtually or in person. Yiskadal v'yiskadash shemei Rabbi, ve'alma divrach yirusei v'yamlich malchusei, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon v'chay dechol be'etz Yisrael, v'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbi mevorach le'olam ulmei olmaya. Yisparach v'yishtabach v'yispar v'yisramam v'yisnasei v'yisadar v'yisale v'yisalal shamin kol berchasa v'shirasa tushbechasa v'nechemasa da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav Hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. So, Cantor, thank you for having me. I look forward to doing this again soon.
Me too, and in person.
Yes, and just a little bit of a pitch. Or a plug, I should say. We're going to be in person, you and I, for CBI Coastal the first Labor Day weekend, right? The first weekend in September.
Yes, God willing, that we are able to meet in person.
Amen.
But yeah.
All right. Will you take us home?
Okay.
Bring us. Yeah.
Lay, 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 lay. Le 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 Ose shalom bimroma Hu ya'ase shalom aleinu Ve'al kol Yisrael Ve'al kol yoshvei teva Ve'imru, imru, amen. Le 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 Good Shabbos! Shabbat Shalom!
Shabbat Shalom!
Bye, everybody. Have a great Shabbat. Thank you, Rabbi Goldstein.
Have a good job. My pleasure. Thank you.